Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Jonathan back again with the weekly scuffle, and I'm here to talk about two fights that just got announced, both on the same card. Those being Richardson Hitchins and Diego Pacheco's next fight. And honestly, I think Matchroom might be taking a page out of Top Rank's book in where they get some of their up and coming stars and up and coming prospects and put them on the same cards in order to make solid cards all around and build these guys up and help them build each other up with their name values. And honestly, I think this is a great fight for both these guys. I think Diego Pacheco starting off, he's fighting Sean McCollum, and honestly, 15-0, 7 knockouts. He's not the world's greatest super middle, but he's ranked number 47 in the world by BoxRec, and honestly, I think it's a solid fight for him. An undefeated fighter, and I think Diego Pacheco, he kind of, I wouldn't say struggled his last fight, but he really got tested, and I think this fight is definitely one for him to continue building upon himself. I think he may not be ready for the top right now. I don't think he's gonna be able to fight the Canelo Alvarez's or the David Benavidez's. I think he's gonna have to build himself up, and when those guys move on and move, either retire or move up in divisions, then he'll be able to make his way up and potentially challenge for world titles, or maybe at the ending stages of Canelo's career, he could end up fighting him. But that's neither here nor there. I think a good fight for him would probably be a Berlanga fight potentially. That could definitely be a big one. But moving on, I think Richardson Hitchins, the fight that he's fighting is more important because he's fighting 29-0, 19 knockouts, Gustavo Daniel Lemos, an Argentine fighter who is ranked number 28 in the super lightweight division by BoxRec. And honestly, this is a huge fight because it is also an IBF title eliminator for Richardson Hitchins. So that does mean that if Richardson Hitchins wins this fight, which I do predict him to do, I think Lemos is a good fighter, but I think his while his record is somewhat padded, he does have some recognizable names in there. The most recognizable for me, at least, is Lee Selby, who has fought Cambosos in the past. And honestly, I think overall, I think this fight could potentially be very good for Richardson Hitchins. If he has a breakout performance, if he could finish Lemos in order to secure a title fight against Subriel Matias, it would be great for his career. And the IBF does not play around with their mandatories. They will definitely order the mandatory, so it would probably go to purse bids. And with the whole situation with PBC, I would not be surprised if Matchroom wins that purse bid. And with Hitchinson's potentially getting a world title, him versus Devin Haney becomes a possibility, him versus Teofimo Lopez becomes a possibility, and versus Ryan Garcia becomes a possibility. So Richardson Hitchins is definitely going to be extremely motivated in order to win this fight, and I think this is great for his career and a great step forward. But with all that being said, we'll see how both these fights play out, and see you next time. Peace.